Oh, we're like full headphone.
Oh yeah, we're like it's a radio show.
Wow. This was very professional with like the different cameras and the lights.
Welcome to Afternoon Classics on Radio 3.
I was going to say, you're not Radio 1.
No, I think higher number. You'll be back for. I'll be
back for more.
You'll be flying home with us on a Sunday to come and do this on a Monday.
For sure. Is this a specially made table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's optical illusion, this table.
Is it really? Does it look rectangular?
It looks rectangular.
That is F1 tech for you.
Hello and welcome to the new Silver Arrows radio show. I'm Bradley Lord and I'm delighted to be joined. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Bradley Lord.
Hello, George Russell. Delighted to be joined by, first of all, senior race engineer Marcus Dudley, and also making his debut on the Silver Arrows radio show, our racing driver, George Russell.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
I'm
Is that your
loving
official
this.
job title?
I just realised that your official job title is senior race engineer.
Okay.
Is there a junior race engineer?
I think there's a race engineer and then a senior race engineer.
Who within our team would be a race engineer if you're the senior?
It was me a few years ago.
You're now more senior. Okay.
Well, he became a senior to start working with you a few years back, exactly. So it's Monday after the Grand Prix.
Yes.
It's kind of mid-afternoon. So actually 24 hours ago, we were still in the middle of the Grand Prix and racing. 12 hours ago, what were you doing? Were you asleep or were you watching?
I was asleep, but I woke up at 3 a.m. for a wee, and I had to check the score. So I was pretty pleased to see it, and then watch the highlights. And then I saw Jordan Henderson's slip. Has he actually broken his wrist? Is that?
I think so. He's in hospital.
my
They said he
God.
went to hospital for
That
it.
is one way to go.
Yeah, not ideal.
What happened then?
So he was amongst the celebrations after the game, and he jumped over the advertisement banner, slipped, landed on his wrist, and broke his wrist.
Oh.
And he got a yellow card as well.
He had a yellow card earlier in the game.
And he
yes, I
wasn't
think
playing?
He wasn't playing. He was just on the touchline.
That's a hell of a game.
Yeah, it was one of those games. A bit like yesterday was one of those races, actually.
Yes.
24 hours on. Yeah, how does it feel the day after? I mean, George, your first podium at Silverstone.
Yeah, I feel very grateful to have stood up there because I went to Silverstone for the first time as an 11-year-old boy, and I won my first ever car race at Silverstone. It was the first time I drove an F1 car, and even though the race had, pretty much everything was going on.
Didn't see that coming, did we?
No. When
It was the point when you came in with the slow puncher and you come on the radio and you're like, it's like, just tell me the flap adjust.
Yeah.
We're going again.
Yeah, I didn't even really react because, we've had our fair share of bad luck this year.
Yeah.
And when that slow puncher came, I was just overtaking Max for P3. And then it was like, here we go again. But if somebody told me as I drove out the pits with P7 behind Hajar, we were going to finish second 14 laps later, I was like, there's no way this is possible. Unless it was going to pour down with rain.
Yes.
I didn't comprehend how events.
How quickly it can turn around.
But that's the sport. You just got to keep on pushing and never give up.
No, absolutely. And it's reasonably unusual for you to be in the factory on a Monday straight after the race. But what does your routine look like once you've got the huge adrenaline high of being on the podium, see the fans, do the debrief, you've got all those different jobs to tick off. And then what does the routine look like after that on a Sunday night and into Monday?
Well, it was also seeing my family, so my niece and nephews were there and they were jumping all over me and trying to...
Well, they were in the grandstand and it was under the safety car and you were saying... It's can someone go and get my family, please, from the grandstand?
Yeah, no, I actually saw your assistant after the podium had happened, and she looked absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I think she was.
Had to leg it across to the grandstand.
Yeah, fortunately, they were at the last corner, so they didn't. I knew where they were, and I knew they didn't have far to go. But it's a special moment to sort of share it with my family and my brother and my sister for supporting me my whole career. And, just having those moments and having those photos and the memories, I just have my two youngest nieces and nephews there. They're 2 and 3 years old, so they may not remember it in the years to come. But for all of us, it was a nice moment.
Nice.
No, definitely. And how different was that post-race, having been on the podium, having not just been there, but having something to celebrate as a Brit at home as well.
Yeah, I must say it was strange emotions because, as I said, I felt we probably, a good result and deserving result was potentially third place behind Kimi and Charles. Then obviously Kimi was very unfortunate with what happened. Then you had Max had his issue. Lewis pitted under the safety car, which I think was probably the right decision. I think whatever you do in that situation, if you don't pit and it restarts, you'll be kicking yourself, why didn't you? And if you do pit, you lose a position. There's no right decision. So to then get back up to second, it was quite strange emotions because it felt like the whole race had gone against us. When suddenly I've been thrown back up into second place through nothing really we did.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Probably due a bit of good fortune as well
Yes.
this season. I mean, it felt like, maybe the die we'd rolled the dice and it had come up the right way for you.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how seasons often go. That's why I didn't really lose faith early in the season when everything sort of seemed to be going against us, and it always does turn. And as I said, it was a special moment to be up there.